Hey guys, we're going to go over how to log reimbursable expenses such as Uber and per diem. Something to know about reimbursable expenses is that they must be entered by the Sunday of pay week. All right, so we're going to go through a reimbursable Uber expense that I've already logged in the past. So we'll hit add. We'll first load the receipt. We'll hit my receipt, which I have taken a screenshot of. The applicable date, when you're putting in the date, make sure the date is correct because Jet Insight follows Zulu time, so the date will, the day forward, the next day could be on here, so make sure the date matches. The vendor will be Uber, because even though that it's it's yourself, the vendor is still Uber. And so then the method will be invoice because you are invoicing Bel Air even though you use your own credit card. You'll hit reimburse to and you'll hit your name because you want to make sure that it shows up properly in Jet Insight so you can get reimbursed for that expense. You'll put the applicable airport and you'll put the applicable amount. You'll put the aircraft you're assigned to and for that rotation unless it's training, and then you'll mark it properly. And so this one would be crew ground transportation. All right, and then if it's a cash tip, what you would do is you would put cash, you would put the vendor, which would be you, and then you'd log it all, and then in the notes you would put what you used that the cash for. All right, so that's how you log. A personal expense. Now for per diem, it's relatively the same. The vendor would be you, so your first and last name. You'd invoice. You make sure you're reimbursed. You put the airport that you are starting at and make sure that the trip IDs match. So make sure that you and your colleagues are logging the per diems on the first airport on the proper trip. You don't want the one pilot to put their per diem on one trip if you're doing multiple trips in a day. All right, so right airport, right trip. The total amount, which is 80. Make sure you put the proper tail number, and then the category is per diem, which is towards the bottom. If y'all have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to Fran or Evelyn. They'd be more than happy to answer.